Hello kids and welcome back to Life in the Woods. And it is time to work on the last little touches of the flower shop. I would like to get started on the little growing area today, but I also would like to finish the inside of that. I mean the staff room, which will be quite tricky because with DecoCraft we don't really have something that is going to work for what we have in mind here. I mean, we could try it. It's no. The Christmas graph is not gonna do it. Possibly we have like tables under living room or only under like kitchen. We have tables here. Look into those. We could imagine like a paper stack, like flower orders or something, and maybe have science stuff that could work. Maybe some surgical tool, or a heart monitor, you know, to make sure if the plants are really dead. Oh wait, there was one more thing I wanted to do. That one we wanted to get, and technology is not going to be the right thing here, sadly. Clotheslines. Maybe a water pump like this, just maybe though. And otherwise I'd say, I think it was inward, right? I'll test it just to be sure. Yes, inwards is the right one. We can't put these next to each other, and I think I like the darker one. And just oops. Bless you, boyfriend. And for the garden area, I would like to build a little hedge. Similar to how we have one around the cafe outdoor area. But with, I think, like a 3-block tall hedge and with dirt on the bottom, no little fence underneath. The dirt we do with carpenter's blocks. And I don't know which leaf type to go with. Maybe Lata wood, which was a close consideration for me for the cafe. Maybe we could go with oak, just be basic. But on the other hand, I could imagine that we might put up a few oak trees around the area later on. So I don't want to have that be too similar to potential future environment decor. Also, we really need to make new food, and my ear has been itching for way too long. Oh god, this is so uncomfortable. Okay, we start. I forgot the hanging plants. Yeah, that's how it's done. I would prefer if it was one that's just, you know, like a picture kinda. What if we... that's gonna be in the air. Okay, I guess that is another thing I'll have to create myself with pixel art. Wonderful. Here in the middle, I'd say we put in the sink. How would this look on the inside? How many blocks does this thing need? Okay, yeah, this is out of the question. That was my water bottle saying hello. And this could the watering can, of course, could put there. 2 tables there, possibly. I mean, if we look at the other variants, this is way too bright, and this is maybe nice, but I like the dark. Imagine a little paper stack there. Little voice crack here. I felt like the sun was about to go down. Goodness. I'll leave this here again. One of these... You could only put Deco Craft stuff on there. Can we... We could get a small planter. I didn't mean to go into F3. Small planter. Code rack that we could put here into the corner. And 2 flower pots over there. Maybe another little table. One that's like 1 block wide, I'd say. Couldn't we place it like this? There was a way to place it. Wasn't there? But what just happened? Okay, so we need to do this. Can do this. Trust me. I'm a professional. Because I want this on a table. Okay. Yeah, these are a little bit annoying. But we could maybe put in a little shelf here and put these on top. Do we still have some? Yes, we do. And then these go on top. I think it's actually kind of nice with the barrel there. I mean, maybe they have some dirt in there for the plants. Like soil mix and fertilizer and whatnot. I don't like the fact that there's such big color difference. Then I would also like to add a chair. Maybe also a little captors trapdoor thingy here. Surprised we still have that many carpenter's blocks. What if we put it on the other side though? Because then it's kind of like it doesn't even exist, but you can still block it off, and yes, it's like a ladder. We'll just ignore that. Yes, you can see that, but eh. Okay, then 4 or 5 hanging plants. Is this coming along very, very nicely? Except for inventory space, that is one of the biggest messes I've ever created. But I guess, yes, it is more convenient than going back and organizing everything like every 5 minutes, but it also hurts. Then 3 plants vanilla, and then 4 bigger ones. I mean, we in theory still have some in here that we could definitely work with. Actually, for that, let me already look at this. This one might be cute because, you know, it's like small, so we could imagine this on its growth journey. This one's cute. What about this? Also kind of cute. What if we put in a daisy? I think I like that. But we could also maybe put in the daisy. Nope, we'll leave that there. And into the smaller one, we're probably gonna put a tulip. Okay. Moo. Wasn't this the cow that was in the cafe when we first started building it? Yeah. And before I forget it, I would like to make an outline already of the future area here. How are we gonna have the gate to this place be though? I guess okay, that's something I'll have to look into, but maybe do sort of something like this. Leave a little bit of a gap here still. And then yes, you can look into the area when you are in the store. But you know, it will be full of various plants. Then we take a little side turn here. Oh, this shovel is too fast. And I guess until the window is gone, we will need more carpenter's blocks, but now we already know that and can plan accordingly. I don't think we have any more hidden. Nope. It's okay. Alright. Could just have like another little hedge around here so you don't immediately see all the little secrets the staffs are trying to hide from the public eye. Okay. Time for the loud teleport. Nice, almost done. Alright, 3 vanilla things to put in. Always. I love them. They are just like a little tree in a pot. Like, can you really blame me? This, and then we'll also grab the vanilla flower. For that, I'd say we grab the Azure Bluette. I have no idea how to pronounce any of these names, it is ridiculous. Okay. Small planter. God, we had them here. The small one we might... Yeah, we wanted to put in tulips. Okay, so I'd say... Which... Do we have pink and red there? Yeah, we only have one. Wait, we should have the basic ones? Yes. And then we go over to our dye section. We grab one pink dye. Doesn't even matter if it's really going to match. It will match. Okay, couple more carpenter's blocks, which we always need, honestly, so we'll leave some at home afterwards. That is very much fine with me. Do we already have one? Drawers. Yep. Oh yes, I pressed shift, I promise. And yes, I'm too lazy to do this any other way. There we go. And we'll just do this. Actually, we don't necessarily even need to put that into a backpack. Do we have a lot of leaves? Not really. Are we gonna go with latte? I'll grab pretty much everything we have and we'll see how we feel about it. Give it a try depending on that. We still should have enough bone meal for this whole thing. And we move over No, actually, no filter. The coat rack, and then chair. Is there like one that would fit the whole vibes? The thing is, I'm a little bit scared of using Bibliocraft again. To be fair, we have a bunch of Bibliocraft seats in the cafe area, and I might jinx it by saying this out loud, but things have been fine for a while, you know? All I'm saying. There haven't been any unpleasant surprises. And then... Okay, little PC lag. We don't judge that. I think that's probably gonna look best for the watering can table. And then it's really just the hanging stuff, I think. Okay. I think it was slabs and sticks. No, just do blend mega and oak. Twice the amount of sticks. Nope, nope. Yeah. A little bit over the place with that layout. Large screen foliage. I don't know what we have outside the cafe. I think we have the small green foliage, and to be fair, I'd rather focus on flowers and maybe a bit of lavender. If we have like one left over in the end, that's totally fine. We're probably gonna find a different place for it somewhere else then. It's not lavender. Where's lavender? There's lavender. No, I'm not struggling. What are you talking about? Maybe some bamboo could be nice, like this one. I think that one is always very pretty. There it is. Everything's so green on there. Large eel. Okay, that one just doesn't have a crafting recipe. Sure thing. Scaly tree fern. I don't want too many plants, really, but maybe like one more is fine. So, maidenhair spleenwort with the ferns. We have a lot of them, probably because they're pretty and I like collecting them. Some basic white flowers. There we grab these. And then here's some pink ones. Grab a pink begonia for that. Okay. We still need 5 iron. Yeah. Always a struggle. Okay, let's do this. Ah, wonderful. I think we have everything that we need right now. And I tapped out. Oh no, oh god, this. I don't know why this keeps happening to me lately. And OBS, do you see? Yes, you see the game. Oh, I'm sorry. Professional gamer, by the way. Welcome to the channel. Ah, wonderful. You know, currently, I'm really enjoying working on this, but this is being recorded the day before it's being uploaded, unlike, in this case, yesterday's episode. For me, today's episode was recorded 3 hours before it was uploaded. I kind of want to record 2 episodes today, but the thing is, I had a long day. I was out and about for most of the day, and there are just so many experiences. Not even like necessarily scary stuff. I mean, only really scary thoughts about me having my wisdom teeth removal. That was really the only scary thing. But I don't know, like I feel myself getting tired, so I don't think I can last that long, which is sad because I want to record more in advance again. I am slowly getting my life together again. I was doing very well on that, and then like a week ago or so I had not just a week ago, it was kind of building up over a longer period of time. I had like my little slip up of kind of losing focus of things, but I think I'm doing well again. I'm, you know, really putting in effort and trying to do all these things that I should really focus on a lot. I mean, I don't know where we will have the door. There might not be dirt, or maybe we could have a few random dirt patches thrown in here actually. I think that could be nice. Maybe. Just maybe. Okay, that's vanilla dirt that hasn't grown yet because we didn't have the chunks loaded anymore. Okay, that was a nice way to use up some of that dirt. And we go in here. We have to find some other stuff we could put on there. Coat rack. Oh no, don't. Okay, that does work. Can we not place it like that? No. Can we? No. So that is the only way we can place it. Sure thing, I'll take it. Yes, I wish we could turn this a little bit instead of having it be this way, but sure thing. I would like to place this here actually. I mean, in that case, it's kind of like you're sitting on this and probably about this height. You're not gonna see much of what's actually going in there, but hey, I'm not the one working here. I'm just the one setting this place up. Ah, super pretty. And like we could imagine that one's about to replace that tulip. I mean, yes, then we're no longer gonna have the color match going on, but we'll just ignore that. And we have, I think it's pink and red. Here we look at that, and then look at that. I think that's pretty much the same color. I really hope it is. Then we have these little guys. We could imagine this one in the corner maybe didn't get as much light, which is why he looks a little bit drier than the rest of them. I think this is pretty damn cute. I would also like to hang up a picture here still. Probably when I have to create myself. Unless I still manage to find a nice pack that has stuff with the vibes I'm trying to go for. Okay, how... not there. If we have stuff hanging... yeah, that's... it's, oops, such a struggle, really. Because we're using so much space already. Ah, I want to be able to use the space. Oh, now we're kind of white, pink, pink, white. I like that. What if we do this? How's this gonna look? Kind of a vibe in some strange way. I mean, you could still have some outside growing in these. I think I actually prefer the large screen foliage. And maybe for the sake of stuff looking nice, could do that. You run out of toilet paper, you still have something to wipe with. And with that, we are going to move over to this area. Let me grab the shears. Let me make new shears. So we don't really waste anything. Okay. I do like the way they look. I really do. they also look good. Those are mahogany leaves, and that's mahogany wood. It was a nice match. I would like this. I love carpenter's blocks, and sometimes I really hate them. Like when I forget I was working with them. That's where the hate comes in. If I build this here, how's it going to look in comparison to this? You're not really seeing it from this side, which is very nice. If you're standing on the outside, it's also completely fine. How about when you're over here? It's fine. Not an eyesore. Okay. Oh, these only have white ones hanging outside. Okay, then who knows? Maybe they got their white hanging flowers from over here. And the other ones were here, and they were very happy that they finally sold them because they can now get out of the staff area without having to climb the counter. Oh, the lore. Yeah, okay, that means we do have to build a, not build, but set up a ladder tree. No, actually, we're gonna need this. Why am I trying to put it away? Which is a little bit scary, because I think the first time we made one again, I had in mind that it was a cute little small bush, and then I'm pretty sure it was the ladder. Maybe it wasn't. I think this was, or at least something similar, that we then had growing into our house, because it was just that massive. Okay, maybe it wasn't ladder. Not sure anymore, because it's kind of small. What else could it have been then? Oh, I think it was, wait. No. Here. Salix, that's what I thought was a little shrub, because no, it already looks like that, but nope. That is a big one. Yeah, over 2 stacks of leaves, I think we're set. A bit more won't hurt. What we can reach while jumping to waste even more of precious food. Yeah, this is enough. What happened to our shears? Didn't I just make new ones? Okay, little exchange there. We build ourselves up a little bit. Nice. Nice. And nice. Maybe I could have even done that in 2 hits if I, you know, looked a bit better. Try and get everything at once. Okay, just really making sure we didn't leave any saplings behind, because we do have the auto replant mod. The last thing you need is a massive tree growing where you don't want one. Especially when it's a sacred oak tree. That grows while you are cutting down the one sacred oak tree that you planted. And you're just minding your own little teenage life. Probably watching... was that already on this desk? Or was I still at my old setup where I only had one screen? I actually don't remember right now, but... I was like young. I was super young. I was like 16, I think. And... I just wanted to get a little bit of wood, so I planted a sacred oak tree. I knew what I was getting myself into. And I was like halfway done, and I was so glad that I was getting to, you know, sort of the end of things, because, you know, cutting those things down, it takes a bit. And as I was mining, or like breaking the wood, I had a little lag. And then there was a shadow above me, and I had another one next to me. That was not a fun few days, I think. I think there was a lot of suffering involved, but I got through it eventually. I do really like it when there's dirt underneath leaves. I don't know why. It's just like this little piece of realism for me. Okay, I will no longer need to sneak. I still sneak, so one day I can be a professional speed bridger. As if, not in this life. And the backpack is officially full. How nice. And we're making some space. And we're at the end of the episode. What the heck? Like I said, I could go on a bit longer, but I am tired and I am trying to not completely have a messed up sleep schedule. Just, you know, there's a little bend in it. That's okay, but we don't want to overdo it. Nice. This is going to be really nice, I think. But yeah. 1 pink and 26 red ones, of course. Thank you guys very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Take your meds, take your vitamins, drink enough water, stay very hydrated. Very, very important. Wear sunscreen. Go stretch a little bit, especially if you're just sitting at your desk for a couple hours. A little stretch is pretty nice usually. Do little things. Appreciate the little things like pretty sunsets and I don't know. Have a lovely rest of your day or night, whatever time it is where you are. And let me organize my inventory. I can't start with a messy inventory like that. And with that, goodbye!